If you're going to start a DTF t-shirt printing business, you're going to have to invest on really good equipment. One of them is a good heat press. Also, you have to invest on good materials to keep your customers happy, and also in good product and DTF transfers. But if you just want to outsource transfers online, you still gotta buy a nice software for tracing certain logos. But those softwares can be very expensive. However, we have a solution for you if you just want to do this as a side hustle and you don't want to invest much money on a software, because we have a software called Design Frame, and we're gonna put it to the test so that way you get to see how our tracing tool works. So let's begin with this video, and make sure you give us a like and subscribe if you like it. Alright, so we're gonna upload the image that the customer sent, and I'm just gonna show you pretty much the quick new features with Vizier, which is a really amazing tool for tracing. And like we said on many videos, you always need something to trace, whether it's using our program or it is CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator. It doesn't matter. We always recommend that you guys invest on your business and get a good software too, because they're really worth it. So anyway, we're gonna start tracing this image, and I wanted to test this program using a more difficult image. As you can see, this one has like patterns that are gonna put the tool to the test. So let's begin tracing, but first we're gonna freeze the image so it doesn't move around when we're tracing. That's a very important step. So we're gonna start Vizier, and we're gonna start with the easiest part, which is this shape here. And pretty much for those that are not familiar with tracing or using the Vizier tool, you pretty much just click where you want to place your dot or your knot, and then we're gonna stop Vizier. Before we finish on the last dot, before going to where we started, you click stop Vizier, and that's gonna create a shape. And then we're gonna double click, and if you see that it was not traced perfectly, no problem, you can just move the red knots and it will move the shape to a new form. The blue ones are for curving. So you gotta double click on the shape so you can see those knots. Once you mold or move everything as you want it, you can just click away and they will disappear. So we can unfreeze and freeze again, so that way this shape is set. We cannot move it or edit anymore. So we're gonna start Vizier again, and again we are doing the easy part, which is just the easiest section of this logo, which is tracing these shapes. And once we finish, we're gonna move on to the chords here. That's gonna be the more challenging, and the little bold lining here, but we'll move to that. Now we're gonna place this, and again double click to see the knots, and just move the knots to shape it perfectly, and then you can keep moving on tracing other sections. Alright, so now we're gonna do this one right here, and we're gonna start Vizier. Now when it comes to curving like sections like this one, I try to avoid to do many dots, because if you do a lot of them, sometimes the shape doesn't look very well when it comes to curves like this. I mean, with this, I think this is enough. So let's check it out. Let's start curving the shape. I think so far it looks great. It was not needed to use very many. Even with a good software like CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator, which are really good softwares for tracing or using the Vizier tool, sometimes it's not gonna be 100% perfect. And now we're gonna move on to do this little section here. Now this one's gonna be a challenge, to be honest, because it is a very tiny section, but we're gonna click on Control and zoom in with the mouse, so that way we're able to see better. I think that's gonna be good. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you a different solution, a new approach to do something so small like this. I think we're gonna draw like an oval shape or a circle, and that's what we're gonna do. So first we're gonna draw a shape like this, and then we're gonna stop drawing, so that way we don't keep drawing more circles. And then we're gonna make a clone and change the color just to so that way we know which one is what. And we're gonna place this like in the center and do it this way. This will be the closest one. So we're gonna trim and then get rid of that. It looks kind of like a moon, so I think that's gonna be good enough for this section. We're gonna change the color in the end. For this video, we're gonna change all the colors so that way we get a better glimpse of what we're tracing or what we're doing. So the next shape will be pretty much just like a bezier shape, but it's not gonna be a rectangle. If you can see, it is not really a rectangle. It's more like a cylinder. Well, I don't know, what would you call that, like a curved section here in the end. We're gonna make it of course like a square or rectangle first before we curve this section like this. We're gonna do it like this, and then now we can now make it smaller and place it here. I think that's gonna be a very close look, close to how this shape here looks like. For the little like lightning bolts, I just made a copy of the image and just used the color keeper. So I just selected the color that I wanted to keep, which in this occasion, as you see, the image is the color black. So that was easy to trace. So we're gonna erase this and just keep like the little bolts for that. So we're gonna, so that way we do it faster. Okay, so I finished my tracing and I wasn't happy with the first like half moon shape. So here's the shape that I use. It is just a circle and I trimmed that with a square. So it looks very close to the original shape. And I think that's a winner for me. Now I'm gonna add the color. However, the design is gonna be for a black t-shirt. So what the customer requested, he wanted to make a few changes different than the original. So we're pretty much gonna do yellow for this one's gonna stay the same color, and I'm just gonna add some color, and the text is going to be white. Like I said, it's going to be for a darker background, like a black t-shirt. So we're gonna make that that color. So here's the final colors that the customer wanted for his combination, and now the final step will be to download this image as a PNG. And now we're gonna reset, and I'm gonna show you a trick here because the image looks great for a dark background. However, he also ordered some like a safety green t-shirt. So safety green is closer to this color. So we'll see if I can find it or if I can replicate. I think that one is gonna be, yeah, like that one. So this is like a safety green. It's not gonna look good. So for that one, we're gonna add like a black outline. So we're gonna do the same design, but we're gonna add like a outline around. So that way it matches with the design. So that way it looks good. You always gotta look for your combinations. Always try to find the best color for your combination. Anyway, thank you guys so much. If you guys like to support us, we will leave some links to all of our affiliates below. Also, if you want to use this software, you can do so by joining the RDI Premium. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next episode.